Flippin' Fantastic Podcast Episode 42. I'm Alicia the Ink Picker.
And I'm Mo87 Official. Hello.
Woo.
Hope
Hi,
everybody
guys.
had a good weekend. Happy. Well, today for us is your day.
November 1st.
Dies
or
de los
Yeah, Day of the
Muertos.
Dead. Yes.
Yep. That's what I'm saying.
Not to embarrass my husband, but I told him, I'm like, oh yeah, Day of the Dead's coming up. He's like, isn't that on Cinco de Mayo? I'm like,
what?
Babe, what?
Come on.
Oh, I just had to laugh when he said that. It was just so funny. And I was like, no.
He obviously didn't grow up Catholic either, because, it's all...
His family's
all
actually...
saints, all souls.
Not his parents, but his grandparents are actually Mormon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so he didn't have any of that.
Yep. So...
But, yeah. The Catholics know about all saints, all souls day.
But I haven't done any Day of the Dead stuff. I have an altar I still need to set up, but other than that,
I wore my skull shirt.
Oh, there you go. That's cute. I like that.
Yeah.
And
Walmart, $7.
Yeah. There you go. That's a good deal.
Oh, I just hit my table.
So anyways, I'm trying to think. So did you handed out candy last night?
Yeah, we did not have as many kids as... It was like a record low for us.
Really?
I mean, so we get the big Costco bags of candy, so, which everybody else does too, so the kids all get all the same kind of candy. But anyway, so we get the chocolate, one bag of the chocolate mix, and then one bag of the, the sugary, Nerds and Twizzlers and all that kind of stuff in there. And we have probably at least a half, probably a little more than a half left of each
Wow.
bag. And we usually go through it. And I mean, I give the kids more than one piece. I grab a handful and put it in there. I don't... Now, to be fair, I wasn't home for like the first hour of trick-or-treating because my son went to the movies, so I took him and I picked him up. My husband was giving out candy, so I don't think he gave out... I don't know how many pieces he gave out, but like I grab like 3-4 pieces and throw them in their buckets. But yeah. But how many did you have in your new place?
I would estimate maybe 20 to 30 kids.
Okay.
We were kind of late. Well, I was getting ready and I set a little blow mold out on my porch. That's all I did to decorate, really. I had a pumpkin blow mold that sat out there.
Yeah.
and then I was telling my husband, I'm like, there's a free page here in Lincoln. And people put, oh, what neighborhood do you usually take your kids to trick or treat? And a lot of them said my neighborhood. And so I was so worried about running out of candy. So I went to the store at 5 o'clock and I'm like, oh, well, while we're out, I might as well grab his food so we can eat. So I did. And by the time we got home, I had to rush to eat and then got outside to start handing out candy. We had a big rush in the beginning. And then after that, after the first hour, we did have a lot more people. So I had my doorbell camera app up on my phone. I went and did other things around the house. Had a few more kids. So we had... My husband went and bought a bunch of the little bags of... Got a Snickers and the peanut M&Ms and Milky Way and... Three Musketeers. So we had, I don't know how many, but they're the snack size bags, the standard snack size bags. So there wasn't a lot. And then I went and bought 3 more bags of stuff. And we ended up having a bunch left over. So on that same free group, this lady put, oh, my kids and I got COVID the night before, so we couldn't go trick-or-treating. So basically what I did is I took the bulk of everything I had left, divided it into 3 bags for her 3 kids, and I took it over there and dropped it off. I'm like,
that's nice.
Here you go. I'm like, take it, because we, I thought we didn't have enough.
That's nice.
And then I bought way
Right.
too much. And then, yeah, so
Yeah.
whatever. It was super cold though. It was really cold. And like all the young kids start trick or
Yeah.
treating super early, like in daylight. And I'm like,
Hmm.
where I'm from, people don't usually start when it's daytime yet. They wait until you can see the
Yeah.
porch lights and everything. So,
Yeah,
um,
I would say like right when it gets dark, they start. So this time of year is like around 6:30 or so. I think,
mhm.
like right after dinner time. Um, that's when the little kids come in. It was a school night, so. But yeah, we had a record low. We usually get now. See, for me, like 100 kids is low, and that's probably I don't know how many we had. We had probably I don't know, might have had less than 100. I don't know.
Mhm.
And we usually have more. Like last year, we had more. I got rid of most of the candy last year, but I have tons left over.
Yeah, I think if there was
It's not good.
I think if there
Not
was
good.
better weather, it might have been better. But I've been reading
Yeah.
online because I guess it's not an uncommon thing for people to try to hand out candy, and they don't get very many people. I guess now the thing is doing trunk or treats. So you put all the candy in your
Oh,
car,
okay.
you
Yeah.
decorate your car, then you go to a parking lot and they do, which I've
Hmm.
done one of those before.
Hmm.
But a lot of churches here do them.
Yeah, I was going to say churches here do that. They have a thing, whatever the weekend is closest to Halloween. So at least it was like last Saturday, like the one little town here has like
Mm-hmm.
a little. It's not really a trunk or treat. It's just the businesses. Like they have a um pumpkin carving contest, and then they have the businesses give out candy. So people bring their kids to that. I don't know. I just rather go out at night. Well, my son doesn't go out anymore. Like he was talking about maybe he would go out last night, but they didn't. By the time they got out of the movies, and and then he
Mm-hmm.
was hungry for dinner after I'm sure he scarfed out giant popcorn. But so at least he'll eat some of this candy, and he didn't bring more home.
Yeah.
But
So
I'll give
it
some
was
away to
fun.
some
I
people.
had a
Hmm.
good time. And
Yeah.
also won something off the dollar auction. It's a really cool glass. What they call it, compote. It's like a bowl but it has a base on it. I think that's
Hmm.
the name.
Yeah.
It's actually
Hmm.
Amberina, so the base is like
Cool.
yellow, and then the tip ruffle on the
Hmm.
top is also. So I put a black light. It's really
Yeah.
cool. But it's not worth a lot. But I
Yeah.
did pay $6, so maybe quadruple my money.
Yeah. That's not
Um,
bad.
yeah, that was when I went and picked that up since I did not want to leave the house today. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go pick it up so I don't have to. And it's just kind of one of those days. Excuse
Yeah.
me. Anything exciting happen? You make any cool sales?
No, I sold a couple things
No.
weekend. I've been organizing and listing, so hopefully my store will pick back up. I mean, it's not completely dead. Like I said, it's still on life support. But I did sell a couple things. What did I sell this weekend? Jesus, I just mailed it. I don't even remember. Um oh, I sold a vase, a Hager vase, and a something else that was easy. Oh, it's Tupperware. Like a
Oh, okay.
spaghetti container. And I sold that for $10. The Hayer vase was like 30 something, 35. I think I had it up for 40. I took 35, so
There you go.
I've had it for a while, but I didn't pay much for it. And some of those I think I'm officially sold all the Hager that I found in the last year. I think that was it. Some of them sold fast, and some of them um that one took a little longer, but
I don't think I've
whatever.
ever found a Hager vase or glass
They're
for.
all mine were like 90s, like kind of. Um, and I only paid a couple bucks. I think I found all of them at Goodwill. I found once the. Have you ever seen it? It's like the kitty with the fishbowl.
Mm-mm.
It's like a fishbowl, and the cat is sitting there looking in the fishbowl. I
Okay.
found one of those. Perfect condition. I found it for like $3 at I think I might have sold it for like 50. I found it at Goodwill. That sold pretty quick. Although it was white, it wasn't black. I think black you get a little more for. Um but yeah, they're mostly like the 90s Hager. I mean, they're still technically vintage. but
Hmm.
yeah, so I boxed that one up
I
and it is on its
sold,
way.
I think I sold 5 things last week. Did my first pickup. It went well. No complaints. I put it on my porch and I'm like, I
Oh,
was
the post
just,
office. Yeah,
yeah, post office pickup.
yeah.
Sorry, I should elaborate.
Mhm. Mhm. You okay? I can't hear you. Nope. I hear a little bit of tap.
Hello?
Okay, there
There
you
we go. Okay, I
are.
accidentally unplugged it, so I'm gonna
Oh,
push
okay.
it this way. Okay. Uh, sold 5 things ish. Not a ton of profit, and I have 3 things now that need to go out. So I picked up a little wooden box. It said Winchester on it, and it
Mhm.
also said Cabela's. I think it held ammo in it.
Yeah.
Got it for $5 at an estate sale, and it had a 3 sold, none listed. They sold for around 20 to 30, so I listed mine for 35 and it sold. Took like a week, but it sold.
Mhm.
Um some blue like velvety shoes I picked up at my new favorite thrift store for like $6. Sold them for 45. I had them listed for
Nice.
55. And there was something else I sold. I'm trying to look at my shelf since I have everything up there, but I don't see what I sold. I think it was a smaller item. I can't remember. But yeah, so decent sales. Still working on getting stuff relisted. I told myself I would redo all the photos, but I'm getting lazy now, and I'm like, that's a lot of work for, 1,500-ish items.
Mhm.
So if I look at the listing and the listing's decent, I will relist. I'll just sell similar and relist it with the photos I previously took. If the
Right.
photos are
Yeah.
bad or they're my really old
Mhm.
listing set up on my little, like, it was like my brown coffee table with the black background, I'll redo it because those pictures are not good.
Mhm.
So we made it to 100 items a couple nights ago. So I have 100 up right now. Only, 1,000, 1,400 to go. But I've been selling a lot of stuff on the dollar auction here, which is cool. So we're just offloading bad buys, stuff that's not worth my time to list, stuff I don't want to list or relist, and it's going well.
Yeah.
Been getting a constant flow of stuff going out, and it's 24 hours here. The one where I'm from is a 48-hour auction. This one's 24, so it kind of goes quicker and it bids up faster. And then they're really strict on the rules here, so you barely have people no show because they have zero tolerance. If you do that, you're kicked out of the group right away.
Yeah.
So it's nice. It's nice to get rid of some stuff. Kind of had a funny story. I was debating if I wanted to tell it on here, but thought I would. Um, there's there's this warehouse thrift store here. It's like a warehouse. I don't know if I talked about what it's like here, but it's basically a warehouse. It's full of a bunch of random crap. It I had been there once before, and it was really disorganized and messy. It was also in the middle of winter, so there
Mhm.
was like a bunch of people in there shopping, and I didn't think anything of it. And of course, I moved away, came back, and I guess there's a new owner. Yeah, I think I remember talking about this. But so I went, and there was an older guy there, and I had rolled up my sleeves, and he was saying like, "Oh, I'm jealous of your tattoos," and he talked to me, and we're just in the middle of conversation. All of a sudden, this dude just like farts super loud right in front of me, like a bubbly fart.
Oh no.
And I was just like, oh, okay. I'm like really awkward talking to people, so I was just like, I'm just not going to acknowledge that.
Just
And he
ignore
just
it.
like, yeah. And then at the end, he ends up going to the bathroom for a bit before I had like checked out or
Yeah, he
whatever.
did.
So whatever. Okay, that was last week. Just yesterday, I was doing my runs of errands, and I go to that store again. He's there, and he was watching me. I don't know if he remembered me from last week or not, but I came up. I had picked up some stuff, and I did my receipt. And then he's one of those old guys that like you can only understand half the words he's saying because he like mumbles and like
Right.
so he handed me my receipt, and all I gathered was something about write down, hot date, phone number. So I was like, oh, this dude wants my number.
Stop.
This old guy wants my number. And so I was like, I'm married. And that's all I said. And he's like, oh, well, don't tell your husband. He's going to come in here and beat me up. What did I do? I come home and I tell my
Oh
husband.
God.
He's just so, he's nice and all, but like, this dude's like old enough to be my grandpa. So I don't know. Like, but it was funny.
I don't know. Is that how he gets girls?
Farts in front of him.
And then asks for a date.
Anyways.
Dude, if you're listening, which you're not, men,
Oh,
gentlemen,
he also.
you don't fart until way after you snag the woman. Hold that in for a while.
So, oh, and also, like, after he had mumbled something about a number before I, like, had gathered myself to respond, he also was like, he's like, I'm a lonely guy. And I'm like, oh, God. Anyways, so I
Okay.
thought that was pretty funny.
Oh my
And,
God.
I got pretty good prices, so he may or may not have given me a discount. I got,
Hey, it works.
I got a little 5-hour energy drink, like display rack. It's actually all metal
Yeah.
for $2.
That's cool.
There's some currently listed around, I think it was around $50. I'm like, oh, but none sold. So I'm like, oh, maybe I could list mine for like 30, 35. Maybe it'll sell. Got that. I got a little Disney Mickey and Minnie pumpkin blow mold for $5.
Mhm.
Oh, this pack, I have it right here. I needed light bulbs, and they have random crap like this there, like just like random boxes of light bulbs.
I love finding
So I
that
got this
stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
$1, and I'm like, I needed that. I
Yeah.
have my little salt lamp back there. You can see the light coming off right there. The bulb went out,
Yeah.
and then my bulb went out in a little haunted house thing I have over there. So I just picked up those for $1, which I don't know how much packs of light bulbs like that normally cost. Probably like at least $5. I don't know.
Yeah, at least probably. I don't know. I
So
love finding
$1 for
light
that.
bulbs. That's
Super cheap. Or to me.
yeah.
And what else? There was
Yeah.
a little like gun reloading kit thing. The only kicker is I don't know what size of gun it's for, but they sell really well on eBay, so I'm just gonna put a bunch of measurements and put mine pretty cheap and do a decent flip. That was the most expensive item at $5, so I spent $13
Yeah.
for all that stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a cool store. You just have to. It's really dirty, and you have to dig. It's like it's a bunch of random crap. It's like a bin store. It's a little bit more organized, but it's still just as dirty.
Yeah. Right.
So it's cool. Like
yeah. Wonder if he like just cleans out places or storage units and just throws it in there, right?
Like I had said last week when I'm pretty sure I talked about the store, people were saying in the most recent Google reviews that there's a redhead lady that like is the new owner and they don't like her, blah blah blah, but she's been nice to me. So because I saw her just yesterday too, and she saw me, she's like, "Oh hi, how are you?" Blah blah blah. Like she's all nice. But I'm wondering if that older guy is either someone she hired or the previous owner. I am not sure. So
yeah.
Anyways, he was there, and like whatever. As long as he didn't come off as really creepy. He's just like one of those old guys I just can't take seriously because he's just kind of funny. But
Right. Yeah.
but anyways, so yeah, that's fun. Corey and Teresa, if you ever come visit me here in Lincoln, I'll have to take you to that place because I think you guys would like it. It's sturdy and you can find some gems, but it's a lot of crap too. There's a lot of random. But
Yeah.
it's great for if you
Yeah.
need like they have like a whole tote of doorknobs. They have a whole tote of like I said light bulbs. Like
Oh yeah,
they've
I
got
do now. I do remember you talking about it. Yeah.
random drill bit pieces. Like if you need like a specific screwdriver piece, you can go find that. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's so much. So if you need a little
Yeah.
thing, and most things in there, like books are 50 cents. They had hardcover Harry Potter books. They had numbers one,
For
two,
50 cents?
four. Yeah,
Wow.
1, 2, 4, 5, and 7. And I looked them up, and I'm like, I saw a couple with like the same condition, kind of mixed
Mm-hmm.
matched numbers like that,
Yeah.
sell for
Mm-hmm.
around like $20, and I was like, I was
Yeah.
thinking about it. I'm like, well,
If I
they might
if I
be
had a whole
still there.
set, yeah. And if you had a whole set, that'd be, if they were
Yeah,
all
I know
there
that I
for
know
50
the whole
cents a
set
piece, I'd get it.
sell.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, even
Mm-hmm.
if I bought these and then I bought the extras to make a whole set and then sell it, I'm like,
Yeah.
it
Mm-hmm.
might be worth it, but I
Might
hardly ever
be.
find
Yeah.
Harry Potter that isn't
Yeah, I know. I
priced
don't. That's
up.
like, right. Priced up or
They
wrecked
just,
or something.
yeah, so,
I went to 50 cents is good. I went to
oh,
the
and their
cheap
CDs are 50 cents too.
the one oh that's nice. The one thrift store I went to, or the one thrift store I like that's like moving to a bigger place, I think I want to say I think children's books are 50 cents and adult books are $1, which I think is pretty good. And then
Compared to
I
Goodwill,
went,
I
and
mean,
Goodwill used to be, well, that's what Goodwill used to be. I went to Goodwill not too long ago. I took my sister somewhere, so I stopped at the one that I like up near where she works. And I was looking at books and I was like picking out, like, I like the little golden book, children's books,
mm-hmm.
And I was looking at them and they had some good ones. And then I looked and they had prices on them and they were like $2 each. I was like, oh,
Ooh.
heck no. So I put them all back and I didn't get any books. I forget what the adult books were priced at. And it was like they had the prices. They never marked books up before. I saw at Goodwill. Like they never put price stickers on books. They were all just the flat rate, They didn't bother.
Mm-hmm.
But now like some of those like little golden books, like the one that it was in pretty good condition, it was older. It might have been like it was like a Disney one, like Pinocchio or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And it was more than $1.99. I think it was like 2 something. I was like, what? And so I don't even remember what they had the adult ones priced at, like just without having a sticker on them. But anyway, I was like, oh no, Goodwill. Like that takes, like how much time is that taking them? And like, I don't know. No, thank you. No, thank you. I go to a estate sale and get books because they usually just, bundle them. And if you buy a bunch, you know, they're just usually most of the estate sales I've gone to. If I have a whole bunch of books, they just kind of round it to a,
Yeah.
let's say I had $15 worth of books and they're like, oh, 10, something like that
Mm-hmm.
because you bought a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy. But 50
The
cents is
Goodwill,
good.
yeah, the Goodwill back where we used to live, I think it was $3 for soft cover, $5 for hardcover. Yeah,
Wow.
so not
That's
profitable, although I did get a book set one time that was
no.
decent.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the store, I saw that they were like every time I go, well, I've only gone, what, 3 times since moving back. Well, I
Mm-hmm.
almost didn't go yesterday because Google Maps said they were closed. But I drove by and saw the open
Yeah.
sign, so they must have not been updated. But
Yeah.
every time I
Yeah.
go, it's looking better and better in there. They're putting better signage for like how much things are. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how I noticed, oh, books are 50 cents. Usually it was just last time I went, it was just a book section, no prices. So I was just
Yeah.
like, how much is anyways. But they did have a lot of those like old spiral cookbooks. I looked up a couple while I was there, didn't find anything
Mm-hmm.
decent, but I thought, oh,
Yeah.
next time I'll have a lot more time on my hands. I could probably
Mm-hmm.
sit there and comp out a bunch of books and
Yeah.
see,
I
maybe
don't
grab
even
those
look
Harry
them
Potter
up when I see
ones.
them. I just get them. The cookbooks. I don't even comp them. I just get them if they're cheap enough. I figured out. Well,
50
you know,
cents?
my
50 cents
thinking was
good
if I ever
or
do, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I just sold one for like 15, and that's probably what I paid for it. About 25 to 50 cents, somewhere around
My
there.
only thing, I'm trying to be more mindful about what I pick up. I would love to go there
Mm-hmm.
and pick up all those cookbooks because of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Um, I would just hate to be stuck with a
I
bunch
mean,
that will never sell.
I
That'd
think
be my
yeah.
issue.
My thing is I see a lot of vintage people. Actually, I just sold the one and I just got a good review and they're like, "Oh, thank you, I love it." And it was some like Sister Stanislaus cookbook, you know, some churchy one. Um
Is it for a specific church? Like, did it have the address on it and everything? Like some random church in.
it was some like it was like specifically like for like some nun. I don't know if it was like a fundraiser in her name. I don't know if I forget if she passed away. I forget. But I think it
Okay.
had I mean, she was associated with the church, but it was like her name. Like it was a nun. But
Okay. I was
there
just
are
wondering
people
because.
that collect them and like cuz I watch a lot of vintage channels, I see people's and that I get sucked into that. So like, you know, I was thinking, I keep thinking, I'm gonna do whatnot because they keep emailing me and they want
Mhm.
vintage stuff. And I know when I watch, like, I see a lot of people buying those cookbooks on like live sales and stuff. But I mean, I don't have like, I have like a container full like that. I don't have anything. I don't have like bookshelves full of them. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I think they're kind of funny to look through too because sometimes they have funny things in them.
Yeah. I was just wondering because, yeah, I see them all the
Yeah.
time, but they're usually they made it for some specific church. Like all the ladies in the church made this cookbook
Yeah.
or
Yeah. That's the ones I
certain
have.
school or, yeah. So
Hmm.
maybe I'll do some more research because at that price, I could go in, $15 worth of cookbooks at 50 cents a piece and you sell one for 15, I guess,
Yeah. Well, when I
although
was
I
in
don't
high
need to be
school, band
buying a
was
lot of stuff.
yeah, me either. When I was in high school, band was a big deal, and we had a couple different fundraisers, and one of them was a cookbook. So all the parents, all the moms sent their recipes in, and my mom,
Hmm.
she still uses it. There's a couple of recipes that she always were like, "Oh, you got to make that or whatever," and she's like, "I'm like, where's the recipe?" She's like, "It's in the high school cookbook, or it's in the." It's funny.
Huh. That's cool. I wish they would have still
Hmm.
done that. I've I don't think they do that around here. I've never heard of that. So
I haven't seen anybody do one in. I mean, but I don't get out
here we
much, so
go. We should
I
do a
don't know. Maybe they
reseller
are.
cookbook. We should get all the
Yeah, there we
resellers to
go.
submit their favorite
Uh-huh.
recipe and make a
Let's
cool
do
little
it.
cookbook.
Uh-huh.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just went to a sale that was selling a bunch of those little spirals, like without the book. You could buy the spirals to put
Yeah.
your pages together. So,
Mm-hmm. Because if you have the thing,
hmm,
yeah, they
that'd
used
be
to use them.
cool.
Like we had one at school. Like if kids were making little books for something, you'd make them. Yeah, I bet we could find one of those things for cheap too. Whatever they're called,
Yeah,
little spiral makers.
sure someone has one sitting in their storage unit somewhere.
Probably. We'll make the reseller cookbook. No, no AI recipes allowed. No,
Oh gosh, yeah. Dave, that's for you. He's in.
no AI recipes allowed. Home cooking only. Oh, so
Anyways,
it's literally called the Whale of a Sale. It's on Saturday morning. They actually are using they're having it at a mall. The mall gave them two empty stores. It's the junior league, like the rich old white ladies that
Mm-hmm.
that do charity work. Anyway, so they haven't had it since before COVID. So, and apparently I was reading about it because I've never been to it. Um, it is, they're like, oh, people camp out because, I guess there's like probably tons of designer clothes and, you know, you know what I mean? Like, and they advertise that. They advertise it. They have men's and women's professional and designer clothing, children's clothes,
Mm-hmm.
antiques and houseware, sporting goods, much wedding dresses, much more. So it's at 9. I don't know. I mean, I'll probably go, but I don't know. Well, the other thing is my son's birthday's Sunday. We might do something. I really don't need anything at the moment. And I don't feel it's my first weekend that I am not staying out all night, so in a month, so I'm still kind of tired. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
fight a crowd. Do you know what I mean? Like I want to go, but
I
I don't
get
want to
that.
fight a crowd. And we might do something for my son's birthday. So like if he wants to go somewhere or do something. So I don't know. But the thrift store, I think the thrift store opens, the one that I like that I think that's moving to this bigger place. They're having their grand opening. I might just stop in there.
Ooh,
That'll
that's
be less of
exciting.
a, yeah. It's like, it's like I want to go. Like I have some FOMO about not going up there. But if you ask me right now, I'm like, I don't want to. And I'm
You're
sure there's going to be tons
snoring.
of good stuff because oh, you hear snoring. I thought it was
Yeah,
me snorting. Oh,
no, I think
is
one
a
of my
cat
cats
snoring somewhere?
is.
Yeah.
I have no clue. I'm gonna have to listen.
I don't hear it. the
Sorry, didn't mean to
But yeah,
interrupt you
I
there.
mean, I know there's going to be, no, that's all right. I know there's going to be tons of good stuff, but I just, ugh, I'm torn. But
Um,
probably won't go.
last
I will probably
Thursday
be
I
lazy,
went.
and I have so much stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I have my whole garage is full of stuff I
Mm-hmm.
need to relist, and I'm still like trying to source every week still, because I keep finding cool, exciting stuff. Last
Yeah.
Thursday I went to some more estate sales. There's like 5, and from what I
Mm-hmm.
found, I went to one. They said that they have estate sales scheduled every week up until like December, which I'm like, oh, that's cool. That gives me like something to look
Wow.
forward to every week. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I did find what I'm gonna call my favorite estate sale company now because I went and I was in line. They opened the doors like 10 minutes early, and like the guy that runs it, which I saw him last week, he like knew a bunch of people in line by name. He's like, "Oh, hi, so and so. Oh, hi, hi." And he like, "Excuse me." Say hi to every person. And I was like the last in line because I had just showed up. Excuse me. And he's like, "Oh, you're the girl from last weekend." I'm like, "Yeah." So I thought that was cool. And yeah, the person that was at the cashier or register in front said that they have a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of sales scheduled. And um I also brought up a bunch of stuff. I got like the plastic Tupperware salt and pepper shakers that I always pick up.
Mm-hmm.
Got those. I got a
Yeah.
couple other things I can't remember. Oh yeah, some like vintage stick deodorant, which I listed a couple of them for a combined total, I think around 70 or $80. All that, it was like my total came out to like 550, and the guy at the register was like, "Oh, just give us 5." I'm like, "Oh, cool. Like you let us in
Nice.
early. Like you know a lot
Mm-hmm.
of people by name, and you give like a discount at the register like that. Like cool. You just earned like my business. Like they seem cool."
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
So I thought maybe if I wanted to start recording at estate sales, I could maybe ask them and be like, "Hey, I do YouTube. Would you mind if I recorded?" Because I don't want to just go to all
Yeah.
the random estate sales here and start recording. But I thought if I develop a relationship with this one particular company, that'd be cool. So
Yeah.
that's just an
Yeah.
idea. Just an idea.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
But yeah, so we stayed pretty busy. This weekend, we plan to go back to our old house and we're gonna stay for 2 days and hopefully
Mm-hmm.
finish it up. One of my husband's work
Okay.
friends
Yeah.
is really interested because the amount he's paying for rent in an apartment
Mm-hmm.
is just about as much as it would be to get a mortgage on that house.
Right.
And I think
That's cool.
he's wanting to, and I'm like, that'd be great if we could sell it to
Uh-huh.
someone we know and not have to go through a
Right.
realtor. But we'll see.
Right.
Fingers crossed, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm really anxious about selling our old house. With the
Mm-hmm.
way our loan is structured, it's just a little scary. But yeah, so that'll be a busy weekend, and we've been going back every weekend since we moved, so I'm ready to
Did you get
just
everything out, or
um not
you still
quite.
have stuff there?
The rest of the stuff we have is basically in the garage. So it's just random, like a random table,
Okay.
some bins,
Yeah.
like a shelf we have to
Mm-hmm.
take apart. Like that's pretty much it. So pretty much emptied.
Yeah.
The house is pretty empty. I just have to. I started cleaning it, and it's like, oh, it makes me so sad seeing the house all empty. Like it's just sad. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But yeah, we're getting there. And of course, I'm gonna clean up the house real nice. A lot better than the people that left the condition that they left this house in. But like, it'll be
I know.
clean. Don't worry. I'll make sure. Um, and eBay sent me a package. It ended up being a whole ordeal, but I went to eBay Open online,
Okay.
and if you're
Mm-hmm.
one of the first like several thousand people to answer the survey after that day's open is done, you get prizes. So day one, you get this.
Mm-hmm.
Day two, you get this. Day three. And then if you do all three, you also get a bonus prize, which I think is like an eBay gift card. So I get an email. They're like, oh, you got some swag. We'll send it to you late October, early November. And then yesterday, I start seeing people on the Facebook groups being like, oh, I got my eBay Open swag. And I'm like, crap. I'm like, the address I put for that was our old address, because I think at the time it wasn't quite
Oh, I know.
certain if we were moving yet. So like,
Yeah.
well, crap, we're not going to be there till Saturday. I'm like, it's Tuesday now. Well, that was yesterday. Like, I don't want someone to come
Mm-hmm.
steal it. I don't want it to get rained on or blown away or whatever. So I called my grandma. Shout out to my grandma. She went and it was there. And I'm like, perfect. So I just
Oh,
told her
that's
to
nice.
take it, and then we'll see her this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm like, I the thing I can remember that I really wanted from there was they had like a little like I thought they had like a little supply kit in there. I don't know what it all had, but they also had like a nice eBay car tote, like a gray one. Kind of like the IKEA bag, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more like the canvas material. That is in there,
Right.
and I also qualified for the eBay gift card. So I
That's
was like,
cool.
cool. So I have
I
to
wish I'd
unbox
signed
it.
up. I it ended up being I was almost gonna go. I had kind of wanted to go in
Hmm.
person to it, to the one day in Philly, but I had too much crap going on,
I
and I
enjoy the
didn't even get
computer one because
to
I could
the
sit there and
online thing.
watch
Yeah, yeah.
while I'm doing
Mhm.
other things. So it's
Yeah.
nice, and it's a little educational. You
Mhm.
can kind of learn a few things while you're doing it. But
Mhm.
so yeah, to anybody, I recommend it. It's cool, and you can get some cool prizes too. That's where I
Mhm.
got last year. The way they did it was you got points, and then you could use the points to shop in the eBay like open store. So I used all my points to get eBay IKEA bags. So I got like three of them
Mhm.
for free, the big
Yeah.
ones.
Mhm.
And yeah, but I thought that was cool. So
Yeah.
oh, excuse me.
Don't start yawning.
um
You make me yawn.
I whenever I sit to do the
when people yawn,
podcast,
when people yawn, it makes I've it's contagious for me.
whenever I am forced to sit and do the podcast, it just makes me start relaxing and getting tired. Because usually I'm go go go.
Right?
I don't
Yeah.
like to sit down, and then once I do, I start getting tired. Um, but to our listeners, there is going to be a reseller event in
Wait,
February.
wait, wait, wait. Big announcement
Yeah, big
incoming. Okay.
announcement in February. I kind of forgot what I was and wasn't allowed to say, but it's me and then Grandma Pop's Vintage. We're organizing an event for February in the Midwest since everyone else is too cool to come to the Midwest for, reseller events. So, or everyone's too cool to run an event here or nearby. So,
I was going to say, to me, Cincinnati's kind of Midwest. I mean, I know it's not, but I like anything that if you don't touch the ocean, you're Midwest. Just saying.
Okay, it said large. I Googled. I said, is Cincinnati in the Midwest? And then I got large Midwestern metropolitan areas include blah blah blah, Greater Cincinnati, blah blah blah.
Oh, okay.
So I guess
I mean, I didn't know if
be...
it was technically, but
I'm talking more central Midwest, like center of the U.S. But
Plains and Rocky Mountains. Let's say that.
Yeah,
that's where you guys are.
Yeah, that's basically all I'm gonna say. We'll probably have more to talk about next week or in a week or so. But
more info coming
things
soon.
Are set. We're getting the fine details worked out, and Corey said I could, talk about it a little bit. So, for any of you guys that maybe want to come to the Midwest, keep an eye out. We will be announcing it on our channel soon, and it'll be fun. Sounds like it'll be. We're trying to make it really planned. Okay, so for you guys that have gone to any of the trash to cash events, it's gonna be more organized. No. It's gonna be organized and curated, it's gonna be structured, but also it's gonna give you time where if you want to go take a nap, you can go take a nap, not that there's so much stuff cram packed into one little schedule that you don't have time to even sit down. That's one of my main complaints about a lot of these reseller events is it's a lot of stuff at once, so
yeah,
you don't get to do your little midday nap, or
you need a rest.
Yeah,
go to the bathroom.
I get it. Yeah, go to the bathroom or go get some snacks or something.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So anyways,
there will be built-in snack and nap time at this Midwest.
Yes.
This Plain State Rocky Mountain event.
Where are you getting Rocky Mountains?
I don't know, because they're out there in the middle. I was a geography major. They're out there. Well, you guys are west of the Rocky Mountains, so I guess.
Yeah,
right?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Colorado. Sorry, I'm trying not to yawn again. I can't promise.
The plains and the mountains are right there next to each other. That's why I'm saying it. So everybody in the middle. I won't tell you what. I know somebody that calls everything that's not a coastal state. I know somebody, she's like, oh, you mean the dirt states? I was like, what's that supposed to be? She's like, well, we're kind of sandy out here and they're dirt.
I mean, there's sand here in Nebraska. Out west, though. I can't promise that there will be snack time and nap time scheduled, but there will be time in between everything that you could go have snack time or nap time with your favorite resellers if you so choose to do so, yeah. So that'll be fun because everyone is, too cool to do anything close to the middle of the US. It's got to be way east or way west. So actually Cincinnati's not quite way west, but
Yeah. I know what you mean.
It's still a bit. I'm trying to think. Wait, we are now officially. Wait, no. I was like, we're officially in Q4, but no, that was last month. I was like, wait,
yeah,
we're a month
but
into Q4.
We're in the thick of Q4. Like Christmas starts today, according to some people I know. So
forget about Thanksgiving. It's maybe we'll decorate for Christmas.
A friend of mine, he's like, he goes all out for Halloween, and then he's like, but November 1st, that's Christmas. I'm like, you're crazy. But yeah, well, I don't decorate for Christmas till after Thanksgiving. So, and when I was like working a regular job, I was lucky if I got that tree put up in time for Santa to come to this house. But I don't put it up that early. But I also don't take it down early either. Like, we're talking end of January, I'll take my tree
Yeah,
down.
I wait. I'm on the Corey boat. I forgot where he was talking about it. I think it was on Reseller Clickbait, where I'll wait till after Thanksgiving to decorate for Christmas. I don't
Yeah,
like
I
do
don't.
it right. I don't do it right after Halloween.
Yeah, me either. Me either.
I'm excited for Thanksgiving though. Stuffing and turkey. I had stuffing for the first time. It was after I moved in with my husband now.
You never
And
had
then I became
stuffing or dressing?
yeah, like I had never liked it before. I don't remember
Uh
why. But then I loved it. I'm like, it tastes like ramen. That's what I said. It tastes like you take a ramen
huh.
noodle packet and put it on some random bread and
Bread.
chicken, turkey, whatever. That's what it
It's
tastes like to
funny.
me. And then we loved it. We were
I
so obsessed. We even bought some extra, like
uh-huh.
stovetop mix, and then made
Yeah.
it like more into the year. Like we keep making like
Oh
stuffing.
yeah,
It
my
was pretty
husband
good.
will eat it every once in a while. Like he'll buy it and eat it.
Hmm.
The
Pretty good.
we are my mom and I have decided that turkey, like I'm not like this big fan of turkey, like take it or
Hmm.
leave it. Like I like all the other stuff. I'll eat the turkey with all the other stuff.
Hmm.
And most everybody in my family is the same way. So I think my mom and I have decided, because like last year the turkey she got was so dry. It was awful. Anyway, and it not from like cooking, like it was already cooked. Like she ordered it because she doesn't, she's older,
Hmm.
and like we go to their house and we all bring stuff. And she's like, she'll get the turkey, and she just bought pre-cooked like turkey somewhere, and it was so dry, and she's just like, that's it. She's like, next year we're getting 2 Costco chickens. I was
There
like,
you
well, it doesn't
go.
matter to me. So I think
Yeah.
that's what we're doing instead of turkey, because the chickens are better. And we like all the other stuff anyway. The potatoes and stuffing, and my mom makes sweet potatoes and coleslaw, all that other stuff
I remember the
is
first time I hosted Thanksgiving for my family. I was living here in Lincoln previously,
mhm
and I was like, "Oh, I want to host Thanksgiving. Like, I'll go buy the turkey and I'll buy a couple things, have my mom bring a couple things, then my parents and my
mhm
sister can come visit."
yeah
I had never cooked a turkey before,
mhm
so like I put it to thaw in the fridge for like however many days.
mhm
Um, and then I had called my mom because I didn't know what I was doing. And she's like, "Oh, make sure you pull the bag of the innards. The innards are inside the turkey. You got to pull the bag
yeah
out and make sure." And I
yeah
remember feeling, I'm like, I don't see a bag. So I cooked the turkey. First thing that happened afterwards was when I went to cut it, the metal tray, I pierced a hole in it, so all like the grease drained onto the counter.
oh
Like,
no, oh no,
and
yeah.
then my mom was cutting open the turkey because I started getting grossed out after I had to like deal with the turkey before it was cooked. I was like,
She had to
oh,
clean up all that.
she found the bag of innards in the turkey, so it was still in there. Um, I
You're
couldn't
not the
find it
first person to
apparently.
have done that.
So yeah, the bag was in there, and the way my mom does it is she cuts up like all that and then adds it to the stuffing, so it's just mixed in there. So I think
Oh,
she did
okay,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you just add all that to the
hmm
to the stuffing, and yeah, so
Yeah.
that was fun. That was the first and only time I've cooked a turkey.
I
Uh,
have never cooked a turkey. I hate cooking. Well, we usually go to my parents' house. Well, we used to go to when my grandmother was still alive, she lived with my aunt. We'd go over there and everybody would bring
mhm.
stuff. And my aunt would cook turkey. And then we also would go over there at Christmas. But once she passed, we just started doing Thanksgiving at my mom's house, and I've never done I've never done Thanksgiving. And we'll probably just go over there again just because they don't,
Mm-hmm.
and Christmas too. Although they came to Christmas the last few years over here, but I don't know. If my dad doesn't feel like getting out of his chair, we'll go over there.
I get that.
So he can nap and everything. My dog's a freak too. He jumps on everybody, knocks everybody over.
My dog, she's super sweet, but yeah, if she gets really excited, she'll jump on people. And I'm like, with
my dog
me,
was
fine.
losing
With my
his
husband, fine. But like,
yeah. My dog was losing his mind last night. He usually does when the kids come. So we have it gated so he can't come, run out the front door or whatever, because he'd just run and jump
Mhm.
all over those kids. And he was losing his mind. So the one gate, the kitchen, like faces the front door, like, and then there's the hallway into the.
Mhm.
And my husband was answering the door. And I'm like, don't open the door all the way. I go, step out onto the porch so that dog doesn't have a heart attack. Like he ran around so hard. Like he had the zoomies all until
Oh my
about, I think at about like 8:15, we hadn't had anybody in like 20 minutes. And I was like, I just turned the light off and, he finally crashed, but he was like, oh man, he wanted to play so hard with those kids.
I was worried about our dog because she usually gets triggered at the front door, but our old house, we didn't have a doorbell, so people would knock. So knocking is very triggering to our dog. Now we have a
Okay.
doorbell
Yeah.
that rings on
Mm-hmm.
our phones.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know what that means anymore, I don't think. So I didn't have an issue with that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
for the most part, my husband just brought her into his office and she chilled in there with him, so he didn't.
Yeah.
So she didn't freak out. So she did good. But the
Some of
neighbors across the
we
street,
have a Ring doorbell, but kids still knock. Yeah.
yeah, we have
Sorry.
the neighbor across the street, and they were handing out candy. And when there would be kids, you could hear their Ring doorbell go off. You could hear that da da
Yeah.
da, and all of a
Uh-huh.
sudden they open the door and they have a fat brown lab. And that dog was
Uh-huh.
just going off. Like, you could hear it all the way over here. I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, I would just, like, put my dog in another room, like, give it some treats,
Yeah, I mean,
let it
if we didn't
chill.
have the gates, we'd put him in the we'd put him in his crate. He's crazy. I
Mhm.
mean, he still would bark, and freak out, but at least he, it would contain him and he would calm
Yeah,
down.
their dog was so
But
excited
yeah, I
for
wouldn't.
over there. They heard it every
I
time the
can't
kids
have.
went over there.
Yeah, my dog would
But
if he wasn't restrained, he would run out the door and just go home with somebody else.
what else? Oh, so we're gonna start some drama. So you like candy corn? Is that
Oh
what you said?
yeah, dang, I forgot. See, this is what being lazy gets me. I meant while I was out yesterday, I should have done it. I was like, I'm gonna come on. And as soon as we come on, I'm gonna eat candy corn. See how I forgot all about it? I was just gonna be sitting here eating candy corn. I don't have
I
any.
don't really
All I
have
have
a
is the
problem
100
with
grand.
candy
I wish I
corn.
really had 100 grand.
It's just not my
It's
first
like you
choice.
love it or hate it. Well,
I'm in the
let's be
middle.
honest. I'm not. If I had to choose something, that's not my top pick. But I do like it, and if it's there, I'll eat it. But I don't need it, so I'm glad I'm glad I forgot and I didn't buy it. But let's fight. Now it's like
No, I
fight
don't
over
really
the
have a
candy
problem with
corn.
it.
Yeah.
My husband
Mm-hmm.
actually,
Well,
when
there's
we
some.
went to the store,
Does he like it?
he
Mm-hmm.
bought 2 bags. I'm like, you like candy corn? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. But then I made that joke in the Discord where I'm like, well, if you feel like eating, you feel the urge to eat
Okay.
candles, I guess
Yeah.
candy corn. It's kind of waxy, like candle. I don't know.
Yeah, I get that. I get it. I get if you don't, especially like the texture of it, for sure. Is kind of. But
I
I do
remember
like it.
the pumpkins, like
I'm not.
they're
I'm
like
not the.
candy corn, but they're the pumpkins instead.
I'm not a
Those
big
are
fan
okay.
of those. And I don't know why. I think the candy corn, because it's small enough, and you got to eat it in 3 sections. You got to nibble off the little white top, then you got to eat the middle, and then you got to eat the yellow. But yeah. I like candy corn. I'm not a big fan of any kind of nuts in my candy, although I will eat a
Same.
Snickers. Snickers
Yeah.
is the exception. But the rest, I don't like
I don't
almond
like
joy
I
or
don't
any of
like
that
any
stuff.
of that in my like in my cakes. Like people put like,
Yeah,
almonds
I
on
don't like.
cake, or I don't like that
No,
either. Or
my mom.
fruit. I don't like
Yeah,
fruit in my
my mom would
cake.
always make me either. I'm not a big fruit cake person. Cake is
Hmm.
cake.
Yeah.
My mom used to make chocolate chip cookies, the Toll House ones, and when she would put walnuts in it. I don't like nuts, so she would always make them without walnuts for me. And but like nuts bother me. Like as I've gotten older, my mom swears that the pediatrician when we were little would always be like, if they don't like it, don't make them eat it because there's probably a reason, right?
Hmm.
Walnuts will make. I guess I have like a slight allergy or something, but other nuts, like if I eat too many, they bother my stomach. But
Hmm.
walnuts make the inside of my mouth feel weird, and I don't like them.
Hmm.
But I'm not a big. I like
Yeah,
pistachios, so I like eating pistachios.
I like cashews, and that's about it.
Oh, cashews are good. I do like
Hmm.
cashews. Like I said, I like nuts. I like certain nuts separate, but
Hmm.
not like you said, like not in my
Or just like a
sweets. No.
normal peanut's fine. There's this restaurant from where we used to live. They used to do it where they give you a bucket of peanuts when you come in, and you used to be able to throw the peanut shells on the
Yeah.
floor. Not anymore,
Yeah,
but
that's
they
like
still
that
give you
Texas Roadhouse
peanuts.
chain.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. I'll eat that. Have you ever had boiled peanuts?
mm-mm.
Me either. I don't know.
I don't know how
I
I
don't
feel
know.
about
That's
that.
like a thing, and people like
Hmm.
I don't know either. Like, cause but I was just wondering because I've never had them either, but people love them. How about circus peanuts? Do you like those?
What is that?
those those fluffy, chewy, weird candy circus
Oh, the orange
peanuts.
ones?
Yeah.
I haven't had those in years. Like, but usually in the same
Ugh.
section that I find the circus peanuts, I find like Peachios, which I like those sometimes. I have them
I
every
don't know
once in a
what
while,
those
and I
are.
eat so many that I
Are they
get
the
burnt
little
out. They're
the little peach
Yeah,
rings?
peach rings. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
I call them Peachios,
Yeah,
but I'll usually eat them till I get really burnt out on them, and then I don't eat them again. But
yeah.
um, I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah. But the candy that we bought yesterday, that was our favorite. There's these candies called Fruities. They're like Tootsie Rolls, but they're all like different flavors. You've got the red one that's fruit punch, the blue one's blue raspberry, the green is green apple. I used to love getting those. The fruit punch ones, I don't know what it is. I just love them. And I found like a huge bag at Hy-Vee. It was $10 a bag. So I got a blue one and a red one. So we have a bunch of those left over from um last night.
Mm-hmm.
But they're pretty good. I like them. And then my husband bought
My
a whole
new
bag of
favorite
Twix.
candy. Oh, I love Twix, but
And
I eat gluten free now, so I can't have them. But Twix were the best candy bar, hands down.
he ate the whole bag. Instead of handing them out, he ate the whole thing. I just see the bag in his office. I'm like, did you eat all that? He's like, yeah, I did. I'm like, okay. Like
He
I
doesn't feel good today. This is
probably.
why he doesn't feel good. He's like having a sugar meltdown.
Yeah, he gets sick so
I
easily. Like if he doesn't get enough sleep, he starts to feel like really
uh-huh.
physically ill. This happened when we went to Vegas. Because like that
Uh-huh.
night before we got in and
That's
we
why
got to
you
bed at
need
like
nap
3 or
time.
4 in the morning. Yeah, that's why we need nap time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day we went out with Dave and Tina, And then that next day, I
Yeah.
got up early to go garage selling with Grandma and Pops and resell a ride and all of
Yeah.
them. My husband did
Hmm.
not like he did not get enough sleep those past few days, so he just felt
Yeah.
physically ill. I'm like, I can keep going for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's usually later in the day I'll feel bad, but
I can
he will
do it.
like,
Right. Yeah. His is immediate. I can go
yep.
for days. I can go for days on sleep withdrawal and then it'll catch up to me. And like when I had my regular job, like that was like part of my problem and my anxiety, and I wasn't sleeping well. And that's a catch 22 because you have anxiety and you don't sleep well, and you don't sleep well and you have anxiety.
Yep.
And but like Friday when I'd come home, I would just crash and sleep. Like I'd be asleep, like maybe eat dinner and then not wake up till the morning. But I can go for. But I get the not feeling good and not having enough sleep because that
But
is
he
something
gets
I
sick
definitely need to
so
get enough sleep.
often. Like the amount of times he's gotten throw up sick since I've known him, when since I've known him, I have not
He's
thrown up. Like I'm so
yeah.
scared of throwing up that I will do literally anything else to not throw up. And so
Uh-huh.
I haven't gotten sick like that since high school. So like he
He's
it's
got a
every other
delicate
month.
tummy.
Yeah, I
We
think he
always
does. Or like
everybody has their like thing. Like I know like somebody that always gets like bronchitis. You know what I mean? Like their doctor
mhm.
was like, that's just your thing. You get that. Like that's your weakness. Maybe he's got like IBS or something.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
You guys didn't find out from me. He does. He does have like stomach issues, and of course he loves spicy food. So it just
I was
makes
gonna
it
say,
worse. Yep.
he's like, oh, I'm fine, and he eats something he shouldn't. Yeah.
Yep. I'm sure he's got some sort of, yeah, because this dude lives on chips and like Mountain Dew, like nothing else. I'm like, this is it's probably because you don't have proper nutrition.
Right? He's
And
not
here I
getting
am over here,
anything.
trying to be a little more mindful with my food. Like this dude will eat like a burger, only meat and cheese. I'll get like everything on the burger, so I get the lettuce and the pickles and the tomatoes, and
Yeah.
at least get some of that in there. No, this dude's like allergic to vegetables. No, I'm kidding. He's getting better, but he was definitely a picky eater when he was younger.
Oh, my husband is picky. My son's kind of picky. He's getting better, but my husband, when I met him, I'm like he's definitely better than he was, 25 years ago, but he's still a little picky about some things. But when he wouldn't, for the longest time, he wouldn't eat anything with mayonnaise, but it's a childhood trauma. He went to Catholic school and they had like, sandwiches and he didn't finish it. Like he said the mayonnaise tasted fun, he said it tasted funny and the
Uh-huh.
mayonnaise. And, they of course make you finish it. This was a long time ago.
Oh
Can't do that
man.
anymore. But he
Yeah.
was like, he did not feel good after that. And I swear it was like, he was like 30 years old before he would touch anything with mayonnaise.
For me, it's Wendy's. Like that's the last thing I got sick off of, and like it's still hard for me to eat Wendy's. I'll eat their chili. Wendy's has good chili, but
Yeah.
I just it took me a long time to be able to eat that again. That's I'm not really picky though. There's random things I don't
Yeah.
like. Like I don't like jalapenos that much. I don't like
Okay.
I don't know. Like is it like nuts in like my like pastries or like cake
Mm-mm.
or
No.
fruit in my cake or anything like that. But I like them separately, you know. But other than that, I'm not. I don't
Yeah.
think I wouldn't consider myself a
I'm,
picky eater.
yeah, I don't think I'm picky. I'm pretty sure my husband's mother would make him like a peanut butter sandwich if he didn't want to eat what they ate for dinner. But like we didn't do that. You ate what you ate, and we ate it. Like it was not, it wasn't. But like my parents, if you weren't, uh, if you weren't feeling it that night or you weren't that hungry, you ate
Hmm.
what you ate. You didn't have to clean your plate or anything like that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he got like special middle child treatment. because he was a pain in the ass. But my son's kind of like he's not good at trying new things, but he's also a teenager now, so like he likes to eat pizza and but he'll eat other stuff too.
I mean, same with my husband and I.
But
We'll still get our junk food. We'll get pizza and burgers, and
yeah,
we'll get our pizza rolls and our chicken nuggets. And my fixation food right now is mini corn dogs. I don't know what it is, but like that's like all I want to eat right now. It's just mini corn dogs. So it's been for like a month now. Just like, oh, I'm eating, like I'm by myself at home, and my husband's not coming home for lunch. Okay, mini corn dogs.
We used to
So,
well, my husband and son, they'll still make them and eat them, except I can't eat them anymore. But the pigs in a blanket, I mean not corn dogs, but just the crescent rolls and wrap hot dogs. And we used to make that would be like a meal. Like I would eat it. Like I'll eat something else if they have that, but I used to love that. I would like to know what is going to be on the menu at the Midwest. Is there many corn dogs?
no. I don't know if I could say yet, but
I'm just kidding.
A good
I
food
know.
that everybody should like.
I'm thinking out loud. Okay.
It'll be good. It's a place that's pretty popular in the old market in Omaha, so.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's not super fancy or anything, but it's good food. Like I would, if someone told me we're going out to eat there, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So yeah, we'll have more.
Sweet.
We'll have more info coming
I was just thinking out loud about Midwestern food. I wasn't asking you to spoil anything or say anything.
We're gonna have Nebraska beef. We're gonna have Nebraska beef burgers, Nebraska steak, Nebraska. I don't know. We're gonna have Kool-Aid because Kool-Aid's made in Nebraska, so we'll have Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah, that's right, Kool-Aid. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Now I can't remember. I'm still tired from my month. But done.
Well, that's all
I can't remember what I was
comments
from
last week. We got to yapping and we couldn't even go through our comments, so I'll do that really quick.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we only have one comment. Amy.
What?
Speech by repeat.
Of course it's Amy. Amy.
No Andy Sometta. No Brian Bigenfun. No random person
what?
That comments
Matt.
Like once.
Where's ABC Matt?
What the heck, guys? We're calling you out.
Come on, Matt.
Amy said, how was Halloween? What were the best costume that the trick-or-treaters were wearing? My favorite was this little kid, maybe like 3 foot nothing, wearing a Scream costume. But they were like running. They were like running awesome. From house to house. But it was just really cute seeing this little kid running around in a little Scream costume.
I didn't really see any. I mean, I didn't answer the door because I really wasn't. I came home and my husband was still answering it because I was out. And so I didn't really I didn't see anybody. I don't know. Apparently the people next door to us had a baby. Like we didn't even know. Like I thought we were the antisocial people, but like I told my husband I haven't even seen them in the last year. Like I didn't know they lived there. I see like one of their parents coming over all the time and taking out their dog. So I thought like they're away, and I was pretty sure that they went to the beach every weekend, like that they have a place or something. And they're a young couple. And Drew's like, well, I was mowing the lawn on Saturday, and they were out back, and they were dressed up and taking pictures in Halloween costumes, and they had a baby. I was like, what?
Oh,
but he said, I think the baby was dressed as a bee, so that was probably cute. But I didn't see it. But I didn't see any other kids either. So
we got to meet our neighbors. There's a house I don't even know what direction that is. To the right. I'm going to call it the house to the right. They've got a big old dog door on their house, and they have a dog that'll come out, and sometimes they'll see our dog and just bark and go nuts at the fence when my dog just doesn't care. But they also have like 2 cats that they let just roam around. They have a fat orange cat. And actually we saw that cat when we came to view this house. That cat was in our backyard just chilling. Just sitting back there chilling. So it's cute. So we got to meet them. Um, one of the first people we had a little kid. He like didn't even know how to talk yet, but he was a farmer. It is so cute. We gave him candy, and all of a sudden he looks around and he's like, "Where am I?" Like he looks so lost because they're like, "Come on, buddy," and he's just standing there like, looking at it. So it was cute.
I like when the little ones like, they'll you open the door and they're like, "Hey, I'm coming in," and they just walk in because they don't know where they are. They're just like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay, you open the door, I'm coming in." The parents are like,
That's
"No,
funny.
no, no." I did see. So at the movie theater, I took my son. He went to movies with his friends. Saw
Mhm.
Five Nights at Freddy's or whatever. And
Oh, okay.
so I went to the mall. Sephora was having their sale, so I was like, well, I'll go to that because I usually just go to Ulta or the one in or the Sephora that's in Kohl's, but they don't have a lot. So I went
Mhm.
in there and I got like some gifts for my sister's birthday, and the line was like so long, it was crazy. But I was walking in, so there was this really tall guy dressed as Frozone from The Incredibles.
Oh my
So
god. Yeah.
everybody, everywhere. He's walking in the mall. Everybody everywhere is just like, "Where's my super suit?" And
That's
he's
great.
like, he's just laughing and waving at everybody, and everybody just keeps yelling that at him.
There's
So I guess
so
that I did see a
many
costume.
there's so many good costumes like on TikTok. Like, oh, I'm trying to think
Yes.
who. Like, there was a SpongeBob episode where all of them were like superheroes, like for an
Hmm.
episode, and there's a group of friends that did that.
Oh,
So
that's
that was
awesome.
really cool. There's a lot of really good ones this year on TikTok, but I can't remember right now for the life of me.
Yeah, I did. I have looked on there and seen a bunch. But yep.
Anyways,
So,
but
all
I
right,
guess we'll
everybody. I
see
think we're done.
y'all. Yeah,
Thanks for
guess we'll see y'all
watching
next week.
the
Yes.
best lady hosted reselling podcast on the internet.
Woo!
I don't even know. Is there another one? Is that I know there was a Let's Do Lunch. Is that still around? Like I don't.
I have
I've never
no
watched it. I'm
clue.
so
I never
terrible.
I never watched them either. I don't know. We're
Well, we're
sticking
the
with it
best.
though.
Sorry.
We're the best, I
So we can
guess,
have
according to
beef,
Mo.
drama. We are. Fight me.
Yeah, I got to kick Mo off the show now so we can start drama. I don't, I'm kidding. Or something's got to happen. We got to start fighting over something.
I know.
Okay.
We
Anyways,
couldn't
we will
really
see y'all
fight over
next
the
week.
candy corn. Yep. Bye, guys.
Bye.